I guess we'll go on to our topic of today in bigotry. Now, June is Pride Month, and it is the month where gay people, LGBTQ plus people are able to sort of enjoy who they are in a world that is generally set against them. And of course, some people get very upset and, oh, it's woke to celebrate Pride in June. I never learned. Turn it off. Oh, and my watch is missing as well. It's been a rough day. And it's, the conservative right has gone after drag queen story hour and woke people, and it's fascinating what they want banned as far as books. And they're all in favor of the Bible. They want the Supreme Court to rule us with the Bible. They only want Bibles in libraries because Bibles, teach children the right way. And stories and poems by people of color or gay people or some kind of disgusting mess of a situation that they don't want to deal with, right? So, here we go. This was posted on the internet, and I found it completely fantastic. The King of Foreskins. And this is from what looks to be a children's book. The King of Foreskins. For his daughter's hand in marriage, King Saul wanted no less than 100 Philistine foreskins. David, really wanting to become a son-in-law to the powerful king, took his men and killed enough Philistines to bring back 200 foreskins. David counted them all in front of the king. As promised, he was awarded the princess. Now, you may think, if you're not very religious, what is that about? Well, it's from the Bible. Book of Samuel, 8:25 to 27. And then it got me thinking, well, I asked ChatGPT, I said, wait, what's going on with the foreskin thing? I really, not religious, I had never heard of it before. I did mention it to my beautiful wife, Jenna Sweetheart, and she kind of said, oh yeah, I know that. So it's sort of interesting that the religious conservative right doesn't want stories about gay people in libraries, but having the story of David and his foreskins is completely acceptable and promoted. So I asked ChatGPT, hey, explain David getting 200 foreskins from Palestinians as a gift. And ChatGPT said, well, the story you're referring to comes from the Bible, especially the book of, 1 Samuel, 1 Samuel. In this case, I'm Trump. 2 Corinthians, hey, 1 Samuel, what do I know? I really don't care. Chapter 18. The story is set in a time of conflict between the Israelites and the Philistines. David, who would later become king, is still a young warrior in the service of King Saul at this point. According to the story, Saul offers his daughter, Michal, to David as a wife. But he requests a rather gruesome dowry, 100 Philistine foreskins. Saul, it seems, hoped that David would be killed in the attempt to gather this dowry. Instead, David and his men go out and kill 200 Philistines, bringing back their foreskins to Saul. David thus marries Michal. It is important to note that this story, like many in the Bible, reflects the cultural meow meow. We all know that. So I had a follow-up question. Why foreskins? And ChatGPT told me this. Hey, in the ancient Near East context, including the Hebrew Bible, foreskins were often used as proof of victory or accomplishment over enemies. Circumcision was an important part, a ritual practice among the Israelites, and was seen as a sign of their covenant with God. Foreskins were proof that the Philistines had actually been killed. As it would be difficult to obtain this body part from a living person. Well, you could ask millions and millions and millions of young boys who were mangled by their parents in the 60s and 70s. It also served as a symbolic ritual humiliation of enemies, given the importance of circumcision in the Israelite culture. The story, like many in the Bible, meow meow. So I asked, again, another follow-up question. Why? ChatGPT, tell me why. Why were the foreskins separated from the penises? Or were they? In the biblical text, Samuel 18:25-27, ChatGPT replies, is not explicitly detailed how the foreskins were obtained, but the implication is that they were removed from the Philistines after they were killed. In the context of the story, the foreskins were taken as a form of proof of David's victories over his enemies. And then again, the story, the culture. So I found that very interesting. That this sort of story, the collection of foreskins to buy a daughter, is perfectly acceptable and celebrated in some conservative communities, while the opposite is not. Meaning, gay people, trans people, they're evil. But the young King David, in his collecting ability, is perfectly saleable and salvageable in the context of the ancient world. It's weird about the things that we choose to celebrate and promote. My favorite saying is, the gun crowd says, well, guns don't kill people. People kill people, right? And then the same people say, oh, books in a library, oh, they turn children gay. It's woke. So guns don't kill people. People kill people, right? Books turn people gay. People aren't born that way. It's a logic I don't understand, and it's a mindset I don't care to know. Also in our understanding of pride is this wonderful poster-looking thing that I saw and sort of loved that simply says, Jesus had two dads. Now, isn't that interesting? Jesus had two dads, Joseph and the Lord. Same-sex parenting. Everyone's doing it. Now, isn't that also interesting as well? Did the baby Jesus have two fathers, yes or no? I don't know because I don't really care. But from people who do seem to know, he was the son of God, and on earth he was the son of Joseph. Immaculate conception. Joseph, you are not the father, or Joseph is the father. I don't know. But I think this is an interesting point. Same-sex parenting. Hey, it was good enough for Jesus.